In the following tutorial, we are going to build the following screen, which is nothing but home screen for our Udemy clone, which contains all the data from the Cloud Firestore itself. So let's build it up. But before that, make sure that you have checked my previous tutorials over building a splash screen, a Google authentication, as well as the account page. And if you have done that, we are good to go. So first thing first, we can remove our container. And instead of a container, we can have a single child scroll view. Alright, so under a single child scroll view, we can have a column. So under this column, we can have a container, and this container will have and a container will have a decoration of a box decoration. And under decoration, we can have an image first to be for decoration image, and under decoration image, we can have an image to be from an asset. So here I will asset image, and under this asset image, we can have the path to our image and paste it here. Can also do one thing, that is give a fit to our entire image. For a box fit of cover, press Ctrl and S. So here I will add border radius to be a border radius dot circular, and we will have a border radius of 10. Alright, so we can do one thing, that is decrease its height to, let's say, 200. Alright, it's more cool now. Also let's give some alignment to our column. So here I will add column. Alright, so here we will have one more container, and under this container it will simply have a child of a column, and under this column it will have mainly two children, and the children will be nothing but a text. Cool. So under this text we can have the exact text which is here. We can have some styling to it. So here first thing first, we will have a color to our entire container. Also let's give a somewhat width to our container. Now we can do one thing, that is give somewhat height to our container. Alright, so here we can also do one thing, that is have a children to be under the form of center. Alright, so here under this column we can have our main axis alignment, and similarly for the cross axis alignment. And here instead of having white color, I can have a gray color. Alright, so after that we can also do one thing, that is give somewhat padding to our entire container. Let's do one thing, that is give somewhat box width different of container. Okay, it's okay for us now. Also we can do one thing, that is decrease its height. Alright, so it is up now. And before moving on next, we can also do one thing, that is give somewhat font weight. Now the next section is about fetching all the data from the Cloud Firestore database. And in this tutorial we are going to fetch all of our data under a state management of GetX. And if you are new to GetX, no worries, I will explain everything about what is GetX and how we can use in fetching all data from the Cloud Firestore to into a Flutter application. So first thing first, we can move under project folder, and under the services we can create one more file, and the file should be our data controller. Now the following data controller file shall be containing a class of data controller itself. Now the following data controller shall be extending GetX controller. So for that, you can move into a puffy.yaml file and get the dependency of get first. Once you have gotten the following dependency of get, and extend the following data controller class with getX controller. Alright, so under our data controller class, we can firstly have three different methods, which is on init, on close, and similarly on ready. Now these are all the three of the main methods that will be necessary for handling all the getX things. But we don't need these things for now, but for our later tutorials. So to fetch all data from the Cloud Firestore database, we can have a future method. So here I will add future, and the future method shall be responsible for getting all data from the Cloud Firestore itself. So here I will add future to be a get data. Now the following future method is going to be asynchronous. So here I will add asynchronous. Now here the following get data method will be fetching all the data from the Cloud Firestore. So you can move under the puffy.yaml file and get the dependency of the Cloud Firestore itself. And once you get a dependency of Cloud Firestore, so here you can get a new query snapshot to be a snapshot. Now all the data that we are going to be receiving under our get data method is going to be under the form of snapshots. So here I will add snapshot to be equal to under the form of await. So it will be simply awaiting for Firebase Firestore.instance, and from this instance we can simply get a collection. Now the collection path will be dynamic. So here instead of having a static collection path, I can simply provide an argument to our entire future method. So here I will write a string to be a collection. Now we can provide the following string connection to the following collection data. So here I will write collection, and from this we can simply get all the documents, that is get. Now once we have gotten all the documents from our particular collection, we can simply return all of the data. So here I will write simply return snapshot.docs. Alright, so this was all about getting all data from the Cloud Firestore itself. Now here's the thing, you can move into a main file, and here instead of having a material app, we can simply return a get material app. Alright, so if you have done that, you can press Ctrl and S. So here if we check our prototype, it will be simply saying a featured as well as all the data that we are going to fetch from Cloud Firestore. Alright, so here coming out of this padding, we can have our text to be a featured. It will contain some style. Alright, so the following featured is under a center one, so we can do one thing, that is go at top, and here instead of having our cross-axis alignment in the center, we can have at our start. and after that we can have some padding to our text. We want perfection, of course we want perfection. Alright, so after this padding we can have one more size box. So here I will add size box, and this size box will simply have a height of 300 and similarly a width of 400. So under the child I will simply write a get builder. So the following get builder is going to be taking a builder. So here I will add builder, and the following builder is going to be under the form of data controller class. So first of all I will simply write here data controller. So here under the form of builder I can simply write here a value. Alright, so here I can simply write return future builder. So under our future builder, first of all we will have a future. Now to access the following future from our data controller class, we need to take a help from our value. So first of all I will simply write here value dot. Now here from dot you can simply get dot data. So here instead of having get data I can also write value dot on close, on init, on or ready, which are all the defined methods under our data controller class. So here I can simply write value dot get data, and from the collection I can simply provide a collection of top. So here after providing a future to our future builder, we will have a builder, and under this builder we can have a context as well as a snapshot. So under our builder, if our snapshot is going to be under a connection state of waiting, so here I will add connection state dot waiting. If it is so, we can simply return any of our favorite widgets. So here I can simply return a center, and for the center it will have a child for a circular progress indicator. Alright, so we can have a color to our circular progress indicator as well. So here I will add background color to be colors dot black. You can format document once. Cool. So here after our if condition, if our data is present, so here I can simply add else return a new list builder, that is a list view builder, and here I will simply take the help from the awesome Flutter snippets. So here it will be automatically instantiated all the data. So here under the item count I can simply write here snapshot dot data dot length, and here instead of returning nothing we can simply return any of our favorite widget. So for now I can simply return a container. Now the container is going to be having all of a child to be a column. Press Ctrl and S. So first thing first, under our column we can have children, and the first children is going to be a container. So here I will write a container, and under this container we will have a decoration of a box decoration, and under this box decoration we can have our image to be a decoration image, the same usual stuff. And under the decoration image we can have an image from the network image, and to access all data from the Cloud Firestore itself we simply have to write here snapshot dot data, and under the index that we have provided I can simply write here data, and from this data we will simply fetch all the image. And for the fit I can simply write here fit to be a box fit dot contain, and similarly to our list view builder we can give it a scroll direction. So here I will write axis dot horizontal. Press Ctrl and S. Alright, so here we are getting an error of get data, so let's fix it up. So to fix it up you can move at the top of builder and simply write here init, and for init I can simply return a data controller. Alright, so here we can do one thing, that is give some height to our entire image, but now here we can simply get a featured one. Alright, so here now we are getting all of our image. So now we can do one thing, that is simply refactor our entire container. Now after the following featured one we will simply need one more text. So under this text we can simply have all of the data. So I can simply copy this thing. Alright, so let's have some styling to our title. Format document once. Now to figure it out we can simply refactor the following text under our container. It will have some constraints of a box constraints, and here I can simply have a max width of 100, not 100 but let's say 200. Alright, 200 is enough, and after this we can have one more attributes to it. So here I will simply write font size of 22. Alright, it's more bigger. Okay, one more small. So now here we can simply do one thing, that is reduce the height of container. Alright, it's more good now. And also simply refactor the following container from padding from top, that is from only for top, it shall be enough. And here we can simply have our cross axis alignment for start, similarly for main axis alignment of start. Alright, so after this, after having the following text, if we check our screens, alright, so after the following text we will simply need a text of author as well. So here coming out of the following padding we can have one more text. So here I will write text, and the text shall be nothing but for author. Alright, so here I will simply copy the entire text and paste it here, and here I can simply give the name of entity name of author, and also decrease its height, that is font size, and similarly its color to be of grey, of shade 600 shall be enough. Alright, so we have all of our authors there. Now we can simply have padding to our author as well. Everything is about padding. So here I will add padding from only of top of it. Alright, so after having the following author, we will be reading all the stars and other ratings. So here we can have a row, and under this row it will simply have children. So here I will add icons having a color of colors.yellow. Okay, so we have one star, so let's give all the things to be 5 star. So here I can simply copy the entire thing. Okay, so after having a following star, we can have rating to it as well. So here under the same row, we can have our ratings under the form of text. So for that I can simply copy this text and paste it here. And here I can simply write ratings, press Ctrl and S. Alright, so we have our ratings here. They are quite small. Let's make it big. And after having the following rating thing, we will have all the enrolled number of students. Format document once. And after having this text, we can copy this text and here we can paste it here. But instead of this, we can simply wrap it under our interpolation range, and here I can simply write here. Alright, so we can give a bracket to it as well. Same here. Alright, so we have everything here. Format document once. Now we can do one thing, that is refactor the following thing under a padding from left, and 4 shall be enough. Okay, and same to this. So you can simply refactor into padding from only of 4 from left. Alright, so it is looking excellent now. So we can format document once, and after this thing, if we check the prototype, it will be containing the price. After the following row, we can come down here and simply copy the text, paste it here, and here I can simply write here price. Alright, so we want a color of white, and similarly font size shall be big. Alright, so now here we can also do one thing, that is refactor the following thing under a row, and here first of all we will have an icon from font awesome icons for rupees having a color. Alright, it will have a color of colors.white. Alright, so below this we will have one more thing which is about the following bestseller thing. So let's make it up. Alright, so here we will have nothing but a container, and the container shall be having a color. So first thing first, we will have a color to be colors.yellow, also a child to be a text, and the text shall be nothing but bestseller. It will have some style to be a text style. Here it will have a color of colors.brown shall be enough. Let's see. Alright, brown. You take bracket here, press Ctrl and S. Alright, so it's here, no worries. So here we can simply do one thing, refactor it into a padding, and also change its font weight to be a font weight of bold. Excellent. Also we can do one thing, that is give somewhat decoration to it under a box decoration. So here first thing first, we can simply remove the color from here and paste it here. Format document once. Format document once. Alright, so here under this we can have a border to be a border radius of circular from everywhere of 10. Excellent. We can also do one thing, that is give somewhat padding to our entire container from only of top. Same for our price. So here I can simply refactor it into a padding of 4, and here I can simply refactor it into padding from only of top of 4 shall be enough one more time. Alright, it's looking excellent. So you can format document once, and here for our following image we can have our image spreaded. So here I can simply write a fit width. Okay, let's try. Alright, excellent. So here we have done our entire thing of having our featured screen, and after that we will have one more thing about the categories, but the categories is all about the UI. So for today we will have one more thing which is nothing about but the following top courses in development. So let's make it up. Alright, but we should save our time, so we will simply do one thing, that is copy the entire size box from here to downside. We have to do this because we need to save our time. So you can simply paste it here and simply refactor the everything. Alright, so here I can simply give it a collection of top and also remove all the unnecessary things. You can press Ctrl and S one more time. Alright, so we have our next collection here, but before that we can do one thing, that is remove the bestseller thing from here. So for that I can simply remove the entire padding. Also let's do one thing, that is give somewhat more max width to our constraints of our width of the text. So here I will have constraints of 240. Alright, so now it's looking more better. So here you can see we have our both of the featured screens as well as the top courses screens. Okay, we don't have a tag for that, no worries. So we can go top. We can simply copy the entire featured one, come down, simply paste here. So in this way we have imported all data from the Cloud Firestore with the help of state management through GetX. Now I am launching a new course on GetX very soon after having the Udemy clone, but before ending that, let's do one thing, that is create one more screen for the following my list bucket. So here under the screens, I can simply create one more file for my list.dart. Alright, so here we will have our stateful widget. For a my list, it will simply return a scaffold having an app bar. We will have a background color of colors.black. Similarly, a text in the form of title. So here I will add text to be my list. It will have some styling to be a text style. It will have a color of colors.white, and similarly a body to our entire scaffold. So here I will add body to be a container. Alright, so for navigating to the following my list, instead of having our old traditional navigator method, we will be simply using getX one more time. So here on pressing it, nothing is happening for now. So here I will simply write get.to, and the to shall be regarding to the next screen that we are enlisting. So here I will simply write my list, and that's it. You don't need any traditional navigator method. You can press Ctrl and S. Alright, if I press on this button, now you can see we are automatically navigating to the next screen, and after pressing back, we are now navigating back. So this was all about for today. If you have loved this tutorial, kindly like this video. I am saying one more time, please like it, and also do me one favor, that is share the following Udemy course to 5 of your friends. I will be very happy if you share the following Udemy course to 5 of your friends. So I will catch you in the next one for implementing notifications into a Udemy clone along with some state management things with getX. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.